Sarah's London Adventure. At 22, Sarah was a curious soul, eager to see the world beyond her small hometown. She had always dreamed of visiting London, a city she often read about in her geography books as a child. The thought of standing in front of iconic landmarks like Big Ben and Buckingham Palace filled her with an uncontainable sense of wonder. This dream, however, was always overshadowed by the responsibilities of her studies and part-time job. But this year, Sarah decided it was time to make her dream a reality. After saving diligently for months, Sarah finally had enough money for her trip. She sat at her desk with a notebook and her laptop, sketching out an itinerary. Every detail mattered: what to see, where to stay, and how to get around. Her parents, though slightly worried about her traveling alone, were incredibly supportive. They believed this adventure would help her grow, and they promised to be just a phone call away. The arrival. The day of departure arrived sooner than expected. Sarah could hardly sleep the night before, tossing and turning with anticipation. At dawn, she kissed her parents goodbye and boarded the plane. The flight was long, but the view of the London skyline as the plane descended made every hour worth it. When she arrived, she took a taxi to her hostel in central London. The city buzzed with energy. Red double-decker buses roared past, black cabs weaved through traffic, and people from all over the world filled the streets. Her hostel, though modest, had a cozy charm. Sarah's roommates were fellow travelers, each with their own stories of adventure. Exploring London. On her first morning, Sarah walked to Big Ben, her excitement mounting with every step. Standing before the towering clock, she felt a surge of pride. Her dream was no longer just a dream. From there, she strolled along the River Thames to the Tower Bridge. The intricate details of the bridge captivated her, and she spent time photographing it from every angle. By lunchtime, she was at a quaint cafe, trying her first plate of fish and chips. The crispy batter and fluffy fries were unlike anything she'd ever tasted. With renewed energy, Sarah made her way to Buckingham Palace. She marveled at the grandeur of the palace and watched the changing of the guard ceremony, a sight she had only seen in documentaries. The day ended with a serene walk through Hyde Park. The soft rustling of leaves and the distant laughter of children made her feel at peace. Sitting on a bench, she journaled about her day, a habit she had started to preserve every moment of her adventure. Cultural discoveries. As days turned into weeks, Sarah immersed herself in London's culture. She visited the British Museum, marveling at ancient artifacts, and spent an afternoon at the Tate Modern, exploring contemporary art. She even attended a play at Shakespeare's Globe Theatre, a performance so captivating it gave her goosebumps. Sarah also made it a point to interact with locals. At Borough Market, she sampled diverse cuisines and chatted with vendors about their craft. On another day, she joined a walking tour of London's historic neighborhoods. The guide shared fascinating tales about the city's past, from the Great Fire to the stories of Jack the Ripper. A day trip to Oxford. Eager to explore beyond the city, Sarah took a day trip to Oxford. The train ride was a highlight in itself, with picturesque views of the English countryside. In Oxford, she wandered through cobblestone streets, visited the iconic university, and even spotted locations where some of her favorite movies were filmed. The atmosphere of the historic city was enchanting, and she couldn't help but feel inspired by its scholarly vibe. Challenges and triumphs. Not everything went smoothly. One day, Sarah found herself hopelessly lost in the labyrinth of London's streets. Her phone's battery had died, and she had to rely on the kindness of a stranger to guide her back. On another day, she was caught in an unexpected downpour without an umbrella. Soaked and shivering, she sought refuge in a cafe where a warm cup of tea became her comfort. These challenges, though daunting in the moment, taught Sarah resilience. She learned to prepare better, to adapt, and to find joy even in unexpected situations. Lasting memories. As her trip neared its end, Sarah reflected on the moments that stood out. The time she climbed the London Eye and gazed at the sprawling city below. The street performers at Covent Garden who made her laugh. The friends she made at the hostel, each one leaving an indelible mark on her journey. On her final night, Sarah walked along the Thames, the city lights shimmering in the water. She thought about how much she had changed in just a few weeks. She felt braver, more independent, and deeply grateful for the experience. Homecoming. When Sarah returned home, her parents greeted her with tight hugs and eager questions. She shared stories, photographs, and souvenirs, her eyes sparkling with excitement. Though she was back in her familiar surroundings, a part of her heart remained in London. This journey, Sarah realized, was just the beginning. The world was vast and full of wonders, and she was ready to explore it all. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with others. Your support helps us keep creating valuable content. Thank you.